Good day, and welcome to another episode of An Old Lady Fumbles Her Way Through Minecraft Pocket Edition. I'm in my new mining shack on top of the hill, and as you can see, I'm also turning it into a enchantment setup. But today, we are going to go and build some farms. I want to build some floating farms. I want to build an auto sheep farm, and I want to build a sugarcane farm. So, as you can see, the glowberries are growing pretty well right now. I need to bone meal them, so I also need to run my bone meal farm. In the meantime, before I started this episode, I went on some adventures looking around for some materials that I needed. And here are some of the things we saw. In the meantime, during our explorations, we found some very interesting landmarks that might be fun to build on. We found an ocean monument that I most definitely want to raid. We found this amazing looking cavern that I want to explore in further detail. We found a savanna village, which I also want to come back and explore. We found this lovely desert/badlands. It's a small one, but was enough to find the cactus I wanted. And we found another ravine that looks like it would be fun to explore. All right, heading over to the river on the other side of my compound, past the animals. You can see I've already put together 2 of these floating farms. Now basically each one is themed with a particular type of wood and a particular crop. The acacia over there is potatoes. The dark oak over there is wheat. So now we're going to do spruce. And I think we're going to plant carrots in the spruce. To begin with, just head out into the river and pick a spot in which to place the pillar on which this all rests. I am not measuring anything, so this is not going to be even. It's just where I'm going to put it. So we build up the pillar. Then we place a slab, or actually full block on top of it. And then we're going to grab our dirt, and we're going to go out from this block 4 in each direction. And then when we hit the 4, we'll put 1 on either side. So, turn around and put the other one. And we will repeat this on all 4 points. Once we've got our little cross shape, we're going to fill in our dirt so that we have a roughly circular shape. And we're going to do that between each section. And that is our land for farming. Now we're going to take some oak planks, go all the way around the outside at the water level. What this will do is it will give us an outline in which we can place our more decorative slabs, in this case of spruce. And make sure to light up the area because yes, it's getting dark and we need to hurry this up so that we can go get some sleep before the monsters start coming out. So continue with the oak all the way around. I hope I'm not hearing any drowned, because there are a bunch in this river. Alright. Let's go sleep. It's a beautiful night. At least it's not raining. Alright, next day has dawned. Let's get back to our farm. Hey sheepies, you're gonna be moving soon. So the next step is to remove this block, place a bottom slab in there. That's where we're going to put the water for our crops. And then do the edging in the decorative wood, in this case spruce. And go all the way around. I think it looks nice. Probably a little too close to that shore, but we're not aiming for precision here. So put water in that central hole and then start hoeing your soil. Because these are half slabs, when you come down, you usually won't damage the soil. Then we're going to build out a bridge towards the land so that we can get to the farm easily. And in the center here, we're going to place a barrel. And then we're going to construct our lamp posts. So crouch and place that's cobbled deep slate that's been turned into deep slate brick, oak, or deep slate, then a shroom light, and on top of the shroom light, a slab of the deep slate. Now we can add the trapdoors, in this case spruce, to match the rest of the trim. This will light up the whole farm and allow the crops to grow. Now let's plant some carrots. I don't know if I have enough to completely fill this thing, but once we harvest this crop and it's fully mature, we should have enough to complete fill it the next time. Well, planting is kind of boring, so let's see if we can speed this up a little. Plant, 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 plant. There we go. And now let's continue this walkway all the way to the shoreline. And then we're going to put a little walkway coming off of this side. And a little dark oak walkway coming off of that one. So we can hop from one to the other. Let's see how it looks. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, it could probably be closer to the shore, but I like it over the deeper water. So there you go. The plan is to do 5 of these. We have the potatoes, the wheat, and the carrots already done. We will also do one for beetroot and one that will be a combination of melons and pumpkins. So I'll do that off camera. Meanwhile, it's time to go and do our automatic sheep farm. Before we head to the sheep farm, let's climb up this hill and take a look at what the farms look like. Now that they're all complete, all the crops are growing, I think it looks pretty nice. It's very decorative and functional, so I call it a win. Okay, let's deal with some sheep. Well, here we are at what is going to be our sheep farm. I've already dug out some terraces for it. As you can see, I've already completed the first module, the white sheep. So it doesn't take much to make one of these farms. You just need a dispenser, an observer, a hopper mine cart, a rail, a hopper, some form of storage. I like to use barrels and some redstone and a trapdoor to keep the sheep safe, and glass. You do need to use glass in the enclosure, otherwise the grass will not regrow. So this is a pretty simple design. I've seen it used everywhere. The first thing I do is I put in the barrel at the bottom that's gonna catch all of the wool that is produced. Now here, all you have to do is dig a little trench 3 wide, then go down like a staircase, 2 more there and 1 more there until you can see the barrel. And then it's simply a matter of putting in the hopper, remember to crouch, putting a rail on top of the hopper, a mine cart with hopper on top of that, and then closing it in using dirt. You must use dirt because the grass needs to be able to grow back in order for this to work. Oops. You know what? I forgot to put in the observer. So, yeah, don't do that. Yeah, observer, dispenser. I'm tired. Give me a break. So, dig up this grass block. And then come around, put the observer there, come around and place the dispenser on top of the observer. Where's my dispenser? There it is. Okay. That's pretty much it. Just fill in your dispenser with shears. I'm only starting with 3 because I'm low on iron, but 3 will last you for quite a while. And then fill out the enclosure 2 high. Remember, this does need to be glass because that spot of grass that the sheep is sitting on needs to be able to regenerate, and it will only regenerate if light goes through. Now, I like to get fancy and use tinted glass, tinted the same color as whatever sheep is in the enclosure. Oh, did you just see? The white one munched on the grass and produced some wool. Let's grab our sheep and our lead, and let's go for the oh so fun part of this, which is getting the sheep into the little 1 block enclosure and then locking him in or her in with a piece of glass on top of that dispenser. So this, some people make this look easy. And of course he fell over the side. Let's try it again. Back up the stairs. And almost. Come on. Get in there. You have to remember you have to be crouched in order to place glass on top of that dispenser also, which is another fun part of this process. Boom! And it only took about 15 minutes. We release the leash. Eat something. And then, in order to put down a trapdoor, put a temporary block like dirt right there. Place down your trapdoor and remove the dirt. That trapdoor will help protect the sheep from wolves or anything else. And then a dot of redstone behind the dispenser, and you are complete. Now, what I like to do is I like to shear the sheep once in order to get the process started. You don't need to do this. Sooner or later the sheep will eat the grass, but it's a way to get it started. And now when he eats the grass, he'll gain some new wool, and the dispenser will shave him. So, it's late. Let's go to bed. We'll check in the morning and see how much wool we got. Hey, Mr. Sheep. It's looking pretty good. But the minute you start watching him, it doesn't work. Eat. No? Whatever. Alright, it's been a few minutes. Let's see what we got. We have a little bit of wool in here. Now the way I like to do this is I like to place the wool outside of the little module so that you can tell what color wool you're doing. Because I often build an enclosing wall in front of these with a hallway that you can walk down. But you're free to, decorate this however you want. I still haven't decided the final design for this, but come back in the morning and we have wool. Got a lot of white wool. That white one's been sitting there for a while. So there you have it. Eventually, each of these 2 shelves will have 8 sheep with different colors, and our wool farm will be ready to go. So, we'll do it little by little because I am really running low on iron. Okay, enough with the sheep. It's time now to build our sugarcane farm. You may notice something a little different about this river valley since I built the bone meal farm, and that's that I've decided to line it with sandstone because I want it to look like we've carved out this area with the water running underneath in order to capture the hydrodynamic generation of power to make it look like this is a very eco-friendly area. So I've got my bone meal farm running at the moment because it's very loud. I'm going to grab some of the bone meal, and here is our automatic sugarcane farm. So I'm going to drop some in and set it off and make sure that it's working properly. If you want a tutorial on how to build this, the very first Minecraft video on YouTube is a tutorial on how to build this automatic sugarcane farm. It works beautifully as long as you've got bone meal to power it, and it produces a lot of sugarcane, which is very handy because I need to finish the enchantment setup. In the meantime, I've decided that grassy area in the middle of the river valley is going to be where my cows will be living. Once I've dug it out properly and lined it with sandstone. And just past that, where the river continues on, I'm thinking of building a squid farm. One of those that are powered by axolotls. Of course, that would require me finding an axolotl or 2 or 3 first, but we shall see what we shall see. In the meantime, machines are running nicely. We've got bone meal, we've got sugarcane. I think next time I'll build a little zero-tip kelp farm because I want to start using kelp as fuel rather than having to rely on coal for everything. Because coal is a finite resource. Ooh, see? nice stacks of sugarcane. The longer you run the machine, the more you get. So I think my little light industrial area, as I've decided to call this, is looking pretty good. I need to finish lining everything, carving out the shape. But in the meantime, let's go look at our floating farms. See how our crops are doing. Nice. We've got full-grown pumpkins and melons. So our crops are doing well. It all looks grand. I think the theme for this world is eco-friendly. Everything is going to be using renewable fuel sources. And as you can see, the cacti behind me are eventually going to go into a cactus farm, which I've also done a tutorial on if you're interested. In the meantime, I'm going to be sticking close to home for the next couple of episodes because 1.19 is about to drop and I really want frogs and mangroves. So I'll probably go explore the nether a little bit, but otherwise I'll be sticking around at home and building more farms. So I hope you have a lovely day and I'll see you next time. Bye.